everybody, to the
I'm Fat Podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat Podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski. Jay, first and foremost, since we are recording on Sunday as per usual, happy Father's Day.
Thanks, Rick. I appreciate that. Father's Day was delightful. It was a lot of fun. And I'm just killing time before I hand you these matches. Because there's a bridge behind you, if you have not noticed, and it is soaked in gasoline, in case you're curious. But no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Yes, thanks for joining us. Make sure you're following us on all of our socials at I'mFatPod. Email us, I'mFatPod@gmail.com. What else? We got the TeePublic shop. Bunch of people buying stuff this week. Thank you for that.
Yes.
That link is in our social media bios. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube page, youtube.com/I'mFatPodcast. And give to our Patreon because Rick's unemployed. And
yes.
and
Yeah, there's that.
100% of the Patreon proceeds until Rick is again employed will go to Rick. So jump on there for $5-10 a month. If 100 people do that, that's very, very helpful for all of us. So
yes.
We would greatly appreciate that. So patreon.com/I'mFatPod. There's a bunch of like promises and guarantees on there. We don't do that anymore. Just give us some money. If you're going to go like out of your way to give us a crap ton of money, by all means, we'll hook you up. But, you know,
sure.
I got to update the website. It's just to help us out. And
yeah,
right
it's
now,
just tip of the cap. That's all. That's pretty much what it is.
It's a nice way to tell us you love us.
Yeah.
And look, if that's out of the question, those 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts are always worthwhile. And no, I didn't mail your package yet. I'm going to. It's been a long week. I'm sorry.
Get off my lawn, Zawoski, today.
I am so pissed for you that I want to start telling stories, but I'm not going to put us in a bad spot because you never know. But
yeah,
like,
you never know. But I mean, we could make this a viral episode if we really wanted
yes,
to.
we could. And we go,
man.
give me a call. We haven't spoken in a while.
Also, 2 reasons to watch the YouTube. For one thing, actually like 3 reasons. Jay's facial expressions as he's trying to hold back, Jay's hair, and my lighting makes it look like I am one with the wall.
I am way late on a haircut, and I'm in summer mode where I'm just hot all the time, so I don't even care. Yeah, go to the YouTube page and look at my, I don't know what this is. It's like a Christopher Lloyd in Back to the Future kind of thing, meets a mullet, meets Farrah Fawcett. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I got to get another lamp or something for in here because, like, I moved the end table where I normally had my desk lamp that's been serving as a regular lamp on there. I'm going to try something, and this will probably go very horribly. I'm going to take the camera off of my computer and turn it and see what it does.
Oh, that'll be fun.
See if it shows anything.
Yeah.
The room's relatively clean-ish. Okay. So.
Oh, we're getting a tour of Casa de Rick.
Yeah. There's the light.
My favorite white person Mexican restaurant.
Right after Qdoba.
This
is how dark the room is outside of over there in the dining area.
All right, nice.
So yeah, that's why the lighting is the way it is.
I think that went very well.
Okay, good. Now I gotta.
We should. I guess some people just listen to the podcast and don't know about our lives outside here.
That's true.
So Rick was laid off by Audacy this week, and we agreed.
My position was eliminated.
Yes, sure. They need another. They needed our budget bonus apparently. Rick and I bitched about it for a half hour before we started recording.
Yes, we did.
But it's just comical. But what I said to Rick when he told me, like, oh, yeah, a bunch of people reached out. They're trying to help. And I said, Rick, people are trying to help you because you're good at what you do and you're a good person and people like you. So hopefully you heard that and believe it. And all the people that I've seen reach out to you this week, I think you saw me utilizing what I think Jason Goff calls the Twitter condom.
Yes.
This week.
Yep.
Where I had a draft written and deleted it, and then another draft written and deleted it, and I'm like, finally settled on like, Rick's good at his job. If people fail to see that, that's their problem.
Yes.
Also, P.S. He's one of my best friends. I hate all of you.
Yeah, there were a lot of possible viral children that hit a back this week.
Yeah,
that's exactly what.
Jesus.
That's what it's going to be today. It's Sunday night, so we're our usual version of Sunday Night Slap Happy. I have like 0 F's to give at this point because it's like, okay, you do everything right. I did my eye drops for the second time, my allergy eye drops for like the second time because I'm supposed to do them twice a day, right before we jumped on the call. So I'm like, my eyes are like, oh, okay. So now they're like watering a little bit. So that's fun. This is so off the rails. This is great.
No, it's good. We got stuff. We actually have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we actually do. I'll just say, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I actually didn't. It's probably dumb and short-sighted by me. I didn't even really think about, okay, what am I going to say on the podcast about, like, what's my PR statement going to be? Because, I worked with Dan long enough to be like, oh, a PR statement, that's a good way to think about it. Yeah, I was told Thursday after the show, mind you, I had a good idea for quite a while that the Dan and Lawrence thing was going to happen. I think a lot of people did just by, connecting dots, whether people, talk to people, whatever, that was going to happen. My thought process going into it, mind you, having spoken to nobody in management about this is just my conjecture, was that, okay, there were 3 producers on those 2 shows. Myself and Mike Rankin on Dan's show, and then Ray Diaz on Lawrence's show. So I was thinking that it would be myself and Ray in the 2 primary roles on that show, and then Mike would probably be floating, helping a couple different shows, but still not in full-time. Not full time, or in like the old rotation that he would have been in before.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought was going to happen. So Thursday, when I get a text that says, "Hey, stop by after the show," which usually could mean anything. Generally, "Hey, stop by" could mean, hey, just this thing for tomorrow. It could mean, hey, can you send me this? It could be nothing. I thought it was, and then it was a, hey, close the door. I thought it was like official, hey, the thing with Lawrence is done. We're going to do this. Starts Monday. A little bit of short notice, but we can get things done. So then when it's, hey, we're eliminating your position and you're gone again, I was shocked. I didn't say anything or do anything wrong or would be perceived as wrong by the company when I was in there. I said, okay, spoke about the situation with people, with our Mitch and Brian and whatever. And it was all respectful in there, like nothing bad in that regard. But, at that point it's like, okay, I'm gone again. And I guess that's just what it is at this point. So to everybody, when I, finally kind of after a few hours kind of settled down a bit and put the old, hey, we've been here before message on Twitter, the response is kind of crazy. Like, I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty sure my only 3 tweets that have ever gone like viral, or at least that have gotten the most interaction, laid off the first time, got the Dan and the Bernstein Rahimi show, and laid off the second time. So, I was doing thought I was doing a lot for the station. And while, of course, there were things I could have been better at in my job, like, I'm not going to deny that by any stretch of the imagination.
Literally everyone who works there. Literally everyone that works there could be better at their jobs. Except for Tanny. Okay, fine. Except for Tanny. from brand new producers to upper management, I could find something about everyone to say something about that could use improvement. And I could point the thumb at myself as well. Absolutely. When I worked there, I had a million things that I wasn't great at. But that's what a company is. And like, look, dude, I'm just saying.
Woosah.
I'm just saying. There are just look at the last calendar year or so at the comings and goings at that company. And it's the people that have given the most, that have tried to make it work, the ones who wanted to be there, the ones who initially walked away from a lot more money that another company was offering to stay, to have that yanked under them when they already said no to the new gig, right? We had a name you just mentioned who wanted to stay, who was disrespected and found work elsewhere, who was bringing the ratings through the effing roof on a show that you were producing. Suddenly, oh, you don't know what you're doing now, right? Or no, it couldn't possibly have had anything to do with you, right? It's your fault when it's bad, or my fault when it's bad, but you have nothing to do with it when it's good.
Yeah, ratings don't matter when it's good, because I know the last month of ratings that we got were very good. I don't know what you're allowed to say and what's not, so I won't say what specifically, but it was very good.
Yeah. And I'm not going to get into... Look, I think we should both be clear here, by the way, that Dan and Lawrence probably had no idea that this was going to happen.
I know for a fact they had no idea.
Right.
They had no clue. So that's why, like, I tried to do the whole, like, everybody who sends a nice message, like the tweet and whatever, just as a sign of, hey, I got you, I saw it, thank you.
Yeah.
But anybody that tried to throw any shade at Dan or Lawrence, I just ignored those because it's not true. Like, I texted both of them and they were both like, what?
Yeah.
Because, like, I'd been, you talk with people about these types of things behind the scenes, figuring some things are probably going to happen or not. So it's like, okay.
Yeah. You and I could spend hours doing this, and there's no point in it. And I don't want to. I'm not. And there's
some people that are only listening to this and they don't care about the score, so that's part of it too. I just
want to be sure. Like, I want to remind people, especially about Dan. I think Lawrence is pretty universally loved, as he should be. He's an awesome guy. But let me tell you this too: Dan Bernstein is a great person.
Yes.
Like, you might disagree with his sports takes. He might have called you a dumbass on the air because you called him with a bad sports thought. But you cannot do a damn thing about Dan's character. Right. And Rick and I will take shots at him all the time, and he can take them. And he's happy to give them back, and it doesn't matter. Like, it's all in fun. I assure you that neither of these guys had anything to do with this at all. Right.
This was 100%. Don't know what level of management, but there was definitely lots of management involved.
Well,
so
it's just, I'll just say this, and this is a general comment on all industry now, because we've talked about it for weeks. You cannot nickel and dime. It's not a way to run a company. It's just not. You cannot cut every corner to save a penny because eventually it will catch up with you. That's it. And they're like, we can't find anyone to work. We're McDonald's. Well, McDonald's, you make what, $100 trillion billion a day selling burgers? Maybe kick it up to $17 an hour instead of 14 or whatever it is. Like, don't give me that. Anyway, let's have some fun. You want to have some fun?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty proud of myself for not saying more, because I
feel like I'm more pissed than you, but I've been sort of festering on this all week.
I know. There's so much going on right now that, like, my mind is in 7 different places, so I can only be mad at one place for a certain amount. I don't have that much brain power to be able to, like, stay that mad at one thing when I've got this going on over here and that going on over there. And so believe me,
I just predict that this will end up.
I'm there.
Ultimately, this will end up a good thing for you, as it does with most people that have left for one reason or another.
Yeah.
So, all right, before we get into our fun stuff, let's remind everybody, go visit our friends in Schaumburg at Frato's Culinary Kitchen. Everything there is good. Everything there is fun. 628 South Roselle Road, FratosPizza.com, FratosBakery.com, at Frato's Pizza on Instagram. I talked to Michael this week. Grandma Cookie, Hope's grandma, who's 100. We're going to have, like, her official Chicago party this summer. And we're going to have Frato's cater it. And we're really, really excited for that. So started getting those wheels in motion. So it's not just going in there and trying the AmFab burger, pizza, grilled cheese, the mozzarella sticks, the Cajun bites, all the great food there. It's not just ordering the amazing cookies from the bakery. They have full catering services too. go to FratosPizza.com, go to FratosBakery.com, check out everything they have to offer, and you'll be blown away by the food, by the catering, by everything. I cannot wait for this party because Fratos is going to cater and it's going to be amazing. All right, so with it being Father's Day, I have to share. I had a very good Father's Day weekend. I don't know why I said weekend. Topped off by a really nice Sunday with my parents and my in-laws, but yesterday was especially great. Friday, we kick things off. We go to Los Angeles for... Oh, God, I'm rusty. Sorry, Rick.
Yeah.
I
You
know.
haven't mentioned it in a while.
Well,
It's
not close, and that's probably a good thing. As we're driving to Los Angeles, Eddie goes, "Imagine if we lived in this house." I'm like, "I'd be dead.
Nope.
I'd have died of
like me.
pizza overdose." Go there. It's fantastic. It's
That's
always
a great way to go.
we dined in, so it was like out of the oven, and Hope's like, "Don't burn yourself." I'm like, "Don't tell me my business, woman." And immediately set my mouth on fire, but that was great. Then yesterday, went to, so there was a South Suburban Humane Society had a 10K. I did not run, I promise you. But my friend Sarah and her husband Brian, like, they help get it going. They work in different ways for the village.
They have the cattle prods to get people to start running.
Yeah, right. So they had some free drink tickets. So did that,
There
and
you
we're
go.
hanging out, eating like charcuterie and drinking some cocktails. It was really nice. And then Addie and her friends, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go walk around a little bit." They're right in downtown Homewood, so they go to.
Wait, you live in Homewood?
Shut up. That's where I live. What am I supposed to do?
I know.
So they go to Eat Rice, which is the hilariously named Chinese place in downtown, and they go get boba teas. That's their favorite.
Okay.
They like to be teens and walk around and buy stuff. So we're like, "Hey, did you get one for Nora, the littlest of the sisters of our friends?" And they're like, "Oh no, we forgot. We got to go get one for her." Addie comes back and she's got a big old brown bag. I go, "What'd you get?" She's like, "I was hungry, so I ordered some sweet and sour chicken." She had a whole big ass order of sweet and sour chicken. She's like, "You got to come try this. It's amazing." I go, "Oh, I'm going to try it." And it is amazing. And I'm very, very proud that because you, like me, had cash in your pocket, could not wait to spend it, and you spent it on something deep fried and horrible for you. That's my girl.
Yep.
So that was amazing. She just didn't even ask. She's like, "Oh no, I just bought some sweet and sour
Instincts.
chicken."
Yeah.
What's the big
big
deal?
deal?
Yeah. So did that, and then after that, in the Homewood Flossmoor Auditorium, which is right there by City Hall, there was roller derby, just in a little gymnasium, and it was so fun. Just to watch these women just beat the shit out of each other for an hour. It was so fun, and it was packed. Every seat in the house was full. People were going crazy. So it was an amazing Father's Day. But the Addie's just like, "Oh yeah, I just got some sweet and sour chicken." That is a fat power move for a 12-year-old. That is impressive.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was very, very, very happy with her. She was great. And I did this week also have my first shirt off in public moment. We went to the pool.
Oh, you're burying the lead.
Yeah, the pool was it was so hot out. We went to the pool.
Screw me getting laid off. You took your shirt off in public.
Yeah, it was so hot. I'm like, I don't care. I mean, the people I'm here with may have seen me with my shirt off or not. I don't care anymore. And 3 girls from my softball team were there. I'm like, deal with it.
Right.
I'm a human. I'm hot. Leave me alone. Oh, by the way, the Cherry Bombs. Upset victory. We're the 6 seed. We beat the 3 seed, 21-13.
Okay, got that third touchdown. Didn't have to settle for field goals.
Put up the third touchdown on them. So play tomorrow in the semifinals against a team we've already beaten, because that's a 10 that beat a 2.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's the 6 versus the 2, or 6 versus
bracket's
10.
opening up for you.
And then if we win, we go to the championship. So
nice.
Yeah. But the game the other day, that was the championship for me. That was just let's beat this Homewood team that has been a thorn in our side. And we got out to a 12-0 lead, then a 17-5 lead. It was just.
Oh, you gave the run it up Herman leave no doubt.
Yes, we had the one of the girls on the other team, in the third inning. She's playing third and turns to I coach third when we're batting, and the third baseman for their team turns to the coach and goes, "What is slaughter rule?" And I was like, "Yes." this.
Yeah.
Because if,
You know what
I
you know
was
what
the
it
coach
is?
and one of my
You know what
players
it
said
is?
it to
Coming
me,
up soon.
yeah. If one of my players turned to me during a game like that and said it to me, I would have just worry about the game.
Yep.
Get the out, please. But I saw where they were coming from. So anyway, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah. So your week was shitty. Mine was really good. So I have a little bit of guilt about that. But I guess it
Why?
evens out. It evens out in the long run, I suppose.
Why should that matter?
I don't know. That's how I operate. Oh, I forgot. Father's Day weekend actually sort of started on Thursday. Micah, our wonderful video editor, turned 42. So we went to Ravinia for his birthday and saw Rodrigo y Gabriela.
Okay.
Which is the perfect band for Ravinia. It's like instrumental, guitar, it's just background noise. It was absolutely wonderful. A perfect, because remember, Thursday was really nice.
Yeah, that's true.
And then before that, we got down to Highland Park real early. So we went, Once Upon a Bagel, which I've talked about before. We went to Once Upon a Grill, which is like their restaurant spin-off. And we knew we were going to eat a ton of food at the Ravinia, so we just got like chicken tenders and stuff. But they had like a super huge Mexican food menu. So I think it's technically Winnetka, where Once Upon a Grill is, but I'll add it to the I'm Fat map. Anything with Once Upon in front of it is terrific. So you can count on that. So it was great.
Nice. It's funny you mentioned Ravinia. I had the one show. Because I don't go to a ton of shows that I was looking forward to going to, and I'm actually going to be out of town for it. So. Yeah. Trombone Shorty with Cyril Neville and Dumpsta Funk and, man, Soul Rebels. Going to be out of town.
That's a tough miss.
Yeah.
Are they going to be like anywhere
near?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like Milwaukee or Indianapolis or something like that?
Let me check the Voodoo Throwdown.
Because that's probably worth a little trip. Especially take advantage of your situation.
Exactly.
Like go on like a Tuesday night somewhere. Take a road trip.
Oh, believe me. You know how I've been taking advantage of it? By sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
I have slept a lot.
Good for you.
No. It's here and then 2 days later they're in some town in Colorado I've never heard of. Morrison, Colorado.
Oh, that's Red Rocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're in Salt Lake City and then in Montana and then they're going west. Oh, and then they're going international.
Okay, so no.
It's like so that'd be a no. Yeah, it's like Utah, Montana, Washington, Oregon, the Netherlands. Escalates quickly.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough go.
So
well, maybe you'll find yourself
so
in Denver
much.
soon. You never know.
Who knows?
Could be worse places to end up.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Forgot to mention, by the way, we have a ton of Ask a Fat questions.
Nice.
So I got like just one other thing I want to run by you.
Sure.
And then like I know you got a couple things too.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to the Ask a Fats because you guys really came through.
Could I do one quick Father's Day thing?
Yes. Of course.
So I don't know why we did it yesterday instead of today. I don't know, we just did with my family. So I went over to my mom's, did my weekly thing, but we just we had the meal my dad would have wanted on Father's Day. So my mom just found she actually got a great deal on steaks at the Jewels. They were 3/4 pound, big boy steaks.
Ooh.
Thick steaks that, so we have the steaks. My dad always we'd always have leftover buns, like hamburger buns or something. And we made garlic bread out of them. The bun. Yes. All the buns were used to make garlic bread.
Oh.
So that's delicious. And then my dad's version of a salad, which is iceberg lettuce and croutons with a crap ton of dressing.
That is a salad. That is about the only salad I will eat.
Same here. I can get on board with that. Once in a great while, when my mom would be getting on him, he'd be like, "Fine, put some radishes in there or something."
Oh yeah, they're tasteless.
Something with color. Sure.
Oh
but
yeah.
That was so that and then eclairs. My dad's thing is always eclairs.
My dad too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He loves eclairs. That's awesome.
So we that was the old tribute was have the meal. Everything else is because we're prepping for the whole Mayo Clinic trip and all that jazz. So that's kind of what everything's based around right now. But it's No, we can have a meal.
Yeah, have
we
a
can
meal.
We can do the meal.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Did you grill the steak? Is Shane gonna yell at you?
Well, my mom grills them.
Oh,
My
cool.
mom likes because it was a grill that that my brothers and I got her for her birthday / Mother's
Oh,
Day.
nice.
Because the one they had, she's like, yeah, you can kind of got to rotate on the one burner and this type of thing. So I was like, no, let's just get you a grill. So
Good move.
yeah, so we did that. So it benefits her and it benefits us.
Yeah, there you go. Gift for everybody.
Yeah. If I really want to be a jerk about it, that's what it is.
I like when I was at Mariano's today shopping for my mom before I went there
Mm-hmm.
for lunch, and when I see those big ass steaks,
Mm-hmm.
all I know is I'm gonna screw this up when I grill it.
Yeah.
It's too thick. I don't have the ability to grill this properly, and I'm gonna either overcook it or undercook it, and either way I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
And I'd rather just go and get like a decently like yay thick, whatever. It doesn't need to be top of the line. Like my Grandma Cookie was telling me about, they were at the store and they saw these like tomahawk steaks.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
$18.99 a pound. It's like,
Those are insane.
but half of that is the bone. You're paying for the bone. Mm-hmm. That I
Some
have
people
never
pay extra.
I have to say I've never had one of those because
Neither
they
have
just
I.
look ridiculous to me.
And they're expensive as hell.
Is it like just kind of is it like a show offy thing?
I think so.
Or is it like really a better tasting steak? I know.
I think it's more. I mean, like better in the fact that it's like it's got the bone in.
Yeah,
so like
bone
the
in
fact
is
it's
better.
Bone in, sure, but
Yeah.
outside of just bone in general, I mean, I've never had one either, but I think it's more for show.
Like, why do I need 8 inches of bone? I can't even get through it. But I don't know how else to say it. Why do I need extended bone just for the appearance of the tomahawk?
They're also opening for Trombone Shorty.
Just saw that off
Yep.
and sell me the bone-in tomahawk. That's fine. I'll take
Yeah.
a bone-in steak, but I don't need the handle. I'm not going to hit anybody with it. So does maybe I might this week. But
Ooh, you almost like that slip. Nice.
but it's just
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't trust myself enough around it. Even like for me, like grilling burgers, I'm terrified. Like, is it done? Is it not done? Is it overdone? I freak out the whole time.
Dude,
So,
I've never been the grill master.
No.
Like I actually,
I'm too anxious for it.
especially for being my age, like the fact that I've always lived with people that like grilling. So they've always taken that role. So I'm like, cool. Like I'm not opposed to doing it. It's just that like when other people want to, I'm not gonna be like, no, let me mess it up and learn while you're here and you want to do it. No. Do the stuff right the first time so people don't have to wait.
I'm happy to sit around and have you serve me. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much.
Well, that
yes, I'll
sounds
take
good.
another burger. Thank you.
That sounds
and
good.
a dog.
Though. Yeah.
Yeah. And chicken.
Steak, salad, air quotes,
Yeah.
and garlic bread.
Literally, when I wrote it down, I wrote salad. it's the most BS salad humanly possible that technically has lettuce in it.
That's my preferred salad. Give me the
Yep.
crunchiest, most
Yeah.
flavorless lettuce. Mm-hmm. Nice and cold.
Yep.
Some croutons and a crap ton of Italian dressing.
Yep. Exactly. And it's always Italian dressing for me, at least.
Or the Brianna's. Is it what is the one I get? Whatever the Brianna's is with artichoke on it. That
Okay.
is my favorite salad dressing.
Okay.
I just know it by the bottle. The artichoke, that's my favorite. That's the one I
Yeah.
get.
Yeah. We always go generic store brand Italian.
Yeah. Well,
That's what we end up
Yeah.
doing. I don't know.
that's great. What?
Yeah,
Italian
it's-
dressing is where to go.
Considering the quality of the salad, we're not sweating it very much.
Yeah, that's about right. Just get yourself like the packet of dressing and call it a day.
Oh, and then if you don't have like when you're making sandwiches, if you don't have sub stuff like like a vinegar oily type thing, throw some Italian dressing on there. Call it a day.
Boom.
I do that
Blammers.
plenty of times. Blammers, yeah. When I'll do some of my sandwiches where it's like pepperoni, salami, provolone, and it's on a King's Hawaiian roll or something, and then you put some of the Italian dressing on there. Yeah, buddy.
That's a Blammers for sure.
Yes.
I think I deleted Blammers from our little soundboard here. I'll have
That's
to put it back in there.
okay.
Sorry, buddy. I'll give you
fine.
this instead.
Now we would like to give a warm welcome to our governor, J.B. Brisker. Let's make some noise.
All right.
It's so stupid.
All right. So I have a dilemma for you.
Okay.
Hope and I were I'm not going to name the place because I don't have a response yet.
Okay.
Went to this new place that I heard great stuff about.
Okay.
Awesome menu, great food, loved it. Noticed that the server had several interesting looking, familiar, but uncertain tattoos on his arms. So I went home, got on my trusty internets and Googled Nazi symbolism and found out that, yes, indeed, several of the server's tattoos were Nazi symbols. There was not a swastika, so it wasn't like a blatant... There's a swastika.
Okay, so we've cleared the lowest bar of entry.
One was called the Wolf's Angle, which is like a inverted Z with like a straight line through it.
Okay.
And then there was on like his arm was like the Iron Eagle with the cross.
Oh.
So like if you've ever played Wolfenstein,
Yeah.
these are the things they kind of put in the game when they didn't want to put a swastika. Like, well, we can't go that far. Sure, we can saw your head off, but let's not put a swastika image in there. So I was like, okay, chances are the people that hired this person don't know what they mean. Or, I guess there's two scenarios. They don't know or don't care.
Yeah.
So I looked up the business today on Yelp, just out of curiosity. It's like kind of exploring to see like had anyone else noticed that or said anything. And I noticed that the owner's name was a traditionally Indian name.
Okay.
So I went with assumption A, that they were probably just unaware that maybe the person interviewed it that day had sleeves on, or wore a suit or something. The day I went, they did not. They had a T-shirt on, and they were right there. No, there was no like people from all different races and creeds were in there. There was a woman in a hijab. There was a black family. There was a Latino family. Like it was everybody was eating in there, and it was fine. There was no like issues or anything. But it was just, I don't know. It was an odd thing. So I wrote them on Yelp and just said, hey, just so you know, this happened. I noticed this when I was there. I wasn't even sure what they meant, but they looked kind of menacing, I guess you would say. So I looked it up and here's what it is. And I thought you'd just like to be aware.
Yeah.
So that's where I left it. Is that like, that's not being a Karen, is it? Like if I owned a business and one of my employees was
I
like,
think you're,
rocking Nazi tattoos, like out in the blue, I would want to know about that.
Yeah. Like it's almost even one, exactly. The fact that it's it's like visible. It's almost one thing. And while obviously I don't agree with it, if it's like, let's say on a sleeve, like upper arm, excuse me, and you like kind of, have an itch and like scratch or something.
Yeah. It peeks out or whatever.
Yeah. It like peeks out. Then that's kind of borderline because obviously you should probably know the people that you got working for you anyway. Yeah. But it's like, if it's not intentionally out there, then it's like, okay, I guess. But the fact that it's like out there,
there are a lot of people, and we've all seen like documentaries and interviews with like people who have been converted, and they're like, I need to get all this stuff off of me.
Sure,
I've had an awakening or whatever, and I had a change of heart. But like, if you're in that case, you're not just like going to work with your arms out.
Right. Exactly.
So I don't know. I was like, I don't want to be a Karen about this, but at the same time, like, if there's anything to be a Karen about,
yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Like again, if I was a manager for a short time, and if like one of my employees like put their sleeve up and I saw like a swastika, I'd be like, whoa,
yeah,
you're fired. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, that's just not. It's just something that as an employer I would want to know about, because I don't want that. Even if like you might have those feelings yourself, you probably don't want it out in front of your restaurant.
Exactly. Yeah. For someone that represents your restaurant, that's not ideal.
All right.
Assuming that's not what you actually think.
Well, unless there's like a tattoo I missed that said images to avoid, and then they were all underneath. Like maybe it was like just a list of things that are bad, but it did not appear for that was the case.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You might want to clarify that, sir, if you're going to get that sort of tattoo. But yeah, so all right, good. I don't feel good about it.
Right.
I'm just kind of like, we walked out of there like that was really good. And we're talking about it. And I didn't say anything to Hope because I'm just like, let me go home and see.
Yeah.
And I just like Googled like Nazi imagery and then went to Nazi symbols and then went to the old images. I'm like, there's
Now the
1,
big
2,
question.
3, 4.
Did you do this on an incognito tab?
Probably because I did it on my phone and I'm almost always in the private browser.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, because if you didn't and then someone just types in N, that pops up.
I could
that
just
be hilarious.
I could explain it away. We just show them the Yelp message, but
that's still funny.
The other thing too is like, do I want to put my name on a note?
Right.
But Yelp is a little more, what would you say? Like private, I guess. It's like just your username. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We'll see if anything comes of it. I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're like, yeah, we know. Don't care. I'm like, cool. I just won't go there anymore. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like go online and be like, this place employs yada, yada, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to go there. I would just, again, if it was me, I would like to know.
So look for username ILUV Willie 725631492236, and that's Jay.
Willie as in Willie Nelson, not as in
penis. That's fair distinction.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm,
Yeah.
But I'm not anti either. Hey, my new car took Cookie home today from Darien to Homewood, and she's like, I have not seen a new car in a long time. There's a lot of fancy stuff in here.
Yes.
So I'm showing her on the tri-sim. Look at this. If I merge out of my lane, it will push me back in. She's like, that's great and all, but stay in your lane. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea, Cookie.
Yeah.
But the CX-30 is awesome. Love it. Driving it like crazy. She's like, what's the miles per gallon on this car? She's had all these questions about the CX-30. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, what's really cool, Cookie? When I turn the car off, it will tell me all the stats for that ride.
Yeah.
So I'm like, check out the screen. I got 30 and a half miles per gallon on the way home in the CX-30. That's an all-wheel drive crossover. So that's solid gas mileage for a car like that. Mm-hmm. And it is fun to drive.
That's always the best when you can get that marriage of it.
Yeah, it's fun to drive. Got all my like controls for my radio like right near my right leg. Like everything is right there in the center console. So I don't have to like reach to the radio. I don't have to touch a screen. Everything's right there and keep my eyes on the road. It's a fantastic vehicle. I have had a CX-5 since 2015. Got the 2022 CX-30 a couple weeks ago. I'm a Mazda customer for life, and a big part of that is because of the service and care and attention I get from the great folks at Mazda of Orland Park. So give them a call, 708-444-3200. Ask for Eric Vates or visit MazdaofOrlandPark.com. Go check out the new CX-50, which is a beautiful car. The CX-9 I think the CX-5 remains their best seller. There's the Mazda 3. So many great Mazdas to choose from. But I love the 30. And I think when I'm ready to trade in that 2015, I'll probably get another 30 because it's just a perfect car for my family, me and my wife and daughter. It's a perfect vehicle. Love it. And so happy with my purchase. I was not like, maybe I should have gone with the 5. It's something I know it's a little bit bigger. The 30 has been wonderful. And it's just great. Everything about it I love, and I wouldn't change a thing. So go get yourself one at Mazda of Orland Park.
So Friday, I had some unexpected extra time on my hands.
Because,
to reiterate, I got laid off.
Yes, you did.
Thanks, Audacy. And so I was like, okay, I want to do something for lunch. Like, what can I drown my sorrows in?
Barbecue sauce.
Shockingly enough, didn't have barbecue sauce. But I was like, you know what? There's a place that I haven't been to forever that's just like, there's plenty of locations. Miller's Ale House. Just like solid,
That
you know
is
what
a
you're going to get.
chain.
Yeah,
Yep.
I really like it. And because it was still pretty damn hot on Friday. They didn't have like because there's the 2 bars at that one. There's more the indoor bar and then the one where it could be indoor outdoor. Mm-hmm. So they had the outer one closed. So I just, took a seat at the bar. I don't know. When I default for something on tap and I'm like, I'm like, let's treat ourselves a little bit today. So I went with Stella.
Nice.
So I had Stella to drink, and then I was like, okay, I have the big red on whenever I go there generally. So I'm like, let's try something a little different. Zinger mac and cheese.
Ooh.
So it's just like basically a couple chopped up zingers with the medium sauce in their mac and cheese with the shells.
By the way, we should reiterate for people who have not been to Miller's, we're not talking about Zingers, the Dolly Madison snack cake. They call their
Facts.
their glazed chicken tenders Zingers. Okay,
I generally
continue.
like putting two things that I like together, but that would be one that I'd pass on.
Yes.
Yeah, so basically basically like their chicken tenders. So a couple chicken tenders tossed in their mild sauce, put in the mac and cheese, and it's like the shells, so you get some of them where like the cheese kind of pools in there.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so good.
You earned it.
Yeah, I had I was just like, I want to try something just a little different, and that hit the spot. It was so good. And it was a lot too. Like there's a lot to it, and like their fries are so good because they season the hell out of them.
Oh yeah.
So I might have gotten a side of fries as well.
Of course.
Yeah,
wouldn't
because
you?
why not?
Entree, side.
Yes, entree, side, beer. This is what you do.
Again, just laying off the carbs, just like your bread excursion last week.
So if you haven't been to Miller's in a while, go and get that. It's really, really good.
All right. Okay.
So I want to disappoint. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but the drawer is kind of empty at the moment.
You've had a lot of reasons to drain the drawer this
Oh
week.
no, it's not completely. I forgot. I've got a thing of the Belvita.
Oh well, that's just
blueberry.
healthy. It's healthy
Well,
because
yeah,
there's blueberries
blue.
on it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's about as close to anything as I have in the drawer.
Those are really
So,
good though. I like those.
They
a lot.
are. Yeah, they really taste like a blueberry muffin.
Yeah, they're not good for you at all.
No, not in the slightest.
Just slapping some wheat on the box doesn't make it healthy.
What?
I know. I'm glad to know that though, because they're good.
Right. Yeah. I mean, is that gonna stop me from eating them?
Nope.
No.
All right, we have a crap ton of Ask a Fat questions today,
Okay.
so why don't we get to them right now?
Let's do it.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask a Fat is brought to you by our buddy, Charlie the Bacon Guy, and here he is with this week's very exciting Bacon Report.
Thanks, Jay. This week we have rosemary pepper garlic and barbecue bacon. Maple pepper will be back by the end of the week. Bacon jams, we have the original, the bourbon, and the peach habanero. Keep an eye out for those merchandise updates coming soon. I should have the final approval by Wednesday or so of next week, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you all. Since we're sharing on the Bacon Report this week, a bit of breaking news. The rosemary pepper garlic bacon will be taking a break from the lineup. It's going to be replaced by, insert drum roll here, chorizo bacon. So many of you have pre-ordered it. I think I'm going to keep it around for a little while, but that doesn't mean you can't pre-order it for next month or any time at this point moving forward. This breaking news on the Bacon Report is brought to you by Chorizo Bacon. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
If you're on YouTube, you got some epic arm jiggle from me when that was announced. Oh man,
I hope
the
my-
arms going up in the air.
I hope
Yeah.
my crappy drum roll worked.
I hear it.
That is me hitting pencils on my microphone. Very professional.
Why not just use your fingers? Like,
That would have been better and smarter. But I want to go for the full drum effect.
the visual effect.
Yeah, the visual I needed there for sure. That's it. I mean, the chorizo bacon to me is the king. Get yourself some. CharlieTheBaconGuy@gmail.com, at Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram, or at CZ the Bacon Guy on Twitter. Slide into those DMs, send him a note, and he will get you squared away. Everything's so damn good. Like I don't even know what more to say. It's just
Right.
It's fantastic. Trust us. We would never steer you wrong, especially on something as sacred as bacon. You think we're
Right.
going to lie to you about bacon? Absolutely not. Everyone that orders Charlie's Bacon is like, oh my God, this is the best I've ever had. I will buy this all the time. So do yourself the favor. Get some of that chorizo, because as soon as people start tasting it, he's going to make that like a regular item. It's going to be flying out of his kitchen because it is so freaking perfect. You want to talk about wrapping a jalapeno in bacon or anything? The chorizo bacon is the A1 bacon to do that with. It is fantastic. So get yourself some. Again,
You could slap some A1 on there if you really
sure,
wanted to.
go nuts. CharlieTheBaconGuy@gmail.com, Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram, and at CZ the Bacon Guy on Twitter. All right, let's get to these.
Quick
go ahead.
thank you to Charlie, who dropped by with a care package.
Yes, he did.
Because once again, I was laid off.
I wasn't.
Audacy.
So he was texting me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if he's home. I don't know if he's around. And he's like, what beer does he like? I'm like, I don't know. Something with a high alcohol volume that's pretty tasty. And I saw, did he get you the neon beer hug?
Yes.
How was it?
I honestly haven't even had it yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm a jerk.
They had it at Rosangeles. I'm like, I should try that. But then I'm like, 9.9? I got to drive. That's not happening.
Yeah. I maybe that'll be on deck for tomorrow because, hey, tomorrow's Monday. You know what that means for me? Nothing, because I don't have a job.
Yeah. You know what's nice about that is every day's
Audacy.
the weekend, Rick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm going out with someone tomorrow night because, hey, for them it's a Monday. For me, it's day.
All right. Oh, as we get to the Ask-A-Fats, we're going to do the voicemails first. But a lot of people got back to us with names for our segment.
Oh, nice.
So we got to get to that. We'll get to that too. So, all right, let's get to the voicemails
Logistics
here.
just got harder for that. Thanks, Audacy.
Well, that's why we have a corporate credit card, Rick. That's why we're an LLC now. All right, here we go.
Hey guys, it's Russ.
Hi,
The
Russ.
other day I decided to have dinner, and while I was having dinner, I decided I would turn on the TV. So I decided to start season 3 of The Boys on Amazon. Well, a few minutes into my meal, I decided I could no longer eat after seeing what had just happened on the screen. So my question for you, have you ever seen something that just had the effect on you that after seeing it, there is no way you're going to be eating? Thanks, guys.
I have to admit that usually doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
And I listen to like a lot of true crime podcasts, mostly Last Podcast on the Left, which is my favorite. I will say there was one time where I had to stop.
Okay.
And I'm not going to describe what happened because it's horrible and you have not signed up for that kind of a podcast. But if you just look into the predilections of Albert Fish or maybe just Google Albert Fish rose petal.
Oh boy.
That's all that's all I'm saying. And we warned you last week about Lemon Party, and my friend Jill texted me, "What's Lemon Party?" I said, "Jill, you don't want to know what Lemon Party is. Do not look it up." And she did, and then she yelled at me. I'm like, I told you.
Oh, that's why I looked. I'm like, why is it showing this? Because I looked up Albert Dish rose petal.
Oh, Rick,
because I'm an idiot.
This is not. Please trust me. This is not.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing a Wikipedia summary. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you don't want this knowledge.
Okay,
I've
we doing?
heard some horrible things described, and that was the one that got me more than anything.
Yeah, that's not great.
But I have to say, I've never had the thing like I have lost my appetite.
And it's fun. I was wondering if that was just me. I'll play along sometimes, like when watching stuff, being like, "Oh God," and then I'll like put something down, and like 5 seconds later, I'm like,
"Oh, that's
okay,
disgusting."
Exactly.
You're downing a pizza.
Oh, dude, I've done that while like watching like Criminal Minds and stuff, and like that show, they more describe the things than anything else than actually showing. But like, yeah, that, or I think there was a time where I was watching like pimple popping videos on TikTok while
it doesn't bother me at all.
Housing a sandwich.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, look at that. Pudding. I said rose petal. I meant rose stem.
Oh, okay.
But still.
Well, either way, you type in the name, you get a good idea.
I'm sure you do. Okay, don't look that up. All right, next one.
Hey, Fats. Just want to start by saying Rick been thinking of you and wish you all the best. My question this week is, what are some of your favorite desserts from chain restaurants? I know you guys have talked about the cake shake from Portillo's in the past, and that thing's awesome and iconic in this area, but I was always a big fan of the Blondie at Applebee's, which was a really warm, golden brownie served with a nice, generous helping of ice cream. That thing was delicious. Anyway, Jay, enjoy your Father's Day. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Okay. I've not had the blonde. That sounds really good.
That does sound really good. It also requires going to Applebee's, though, which, you know, this isn't couples retreat.
First thing to come to mind.
Would you go to Applebee's with me?
No, I can't watch that movie. It's too real.
Yeah, it is kind of real.
That one in the breakup.
Yeah.
I'm like, your fights are too real. Stop it.
Yeah.
I don't like
Vince
this.
Vaughn's got the marriage fights down pat.
Yeah. Ugh, good Lord. Anyway, remember Max and Irma's?
Yes.
They had warm chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, yeah.
That is the first thing that comes to mind for me is they would like literally bake you chocolate chip cookies while you ate your dinner. And then when you were done, you get like, I think it was maybe 4 chocolate chip cookies, and they were just perfect. As far as a specific restaurant specific dessert, of course there's like Frosties and
or like
those sort of things.
Like the concrete mixers from Culver's or something like that.
I will also say anywhere that offers the skillet cookie with ice cream on it.
Say that. Yes.
Anywhere that has that, that's it.
Yep, that was going to be one of mine in terms of more sit-down-y restaurants. I will still say Taco Bell, you're starting to get better. However, bring back my goddamn caramel apple empanada. It's not that difficult to do. I will buy them all.
If that's back, I'm trying it like that day.
Yeah. You know where I have to get my fill of something like that from? Not McDonald's, because I don't really eat McDonald's very often. The Popeyes one. And the problem with that is I want to eat it right away, but the Popeyes one is messy as hell, so you can't really eat it in the car because there's like all the cinnamon on the outside of it. It's still very good, but it's not as good to eat in the car. You know what was really good to eat in the car? The goddamn caramel apple empanada. I understand you got your little cinna twists and whatever. And fine.
Give me
that's
your styrofoam
there.
cinnamon.
Great.
Yeah.
You know what I need? Caramel. You know what I also need? Apples. You know what I need it in? A nice clean container for me to be able to eat while I'm driving. Hence the empanada.
I have not yet eaten in the CX-30.
Still?
I know. We almost did today. We got Wendy's breakfast, and I like pulled into a spot like, all right, let's eat carefully. And I'm like, oh, they have a patio. We're going to eat on the patio. So we did that.
Okay.
But Hope was like...
I'm much better with like the going to the places that have like the super powerful vacuums. Like where it's like you pay $3 for the car wash, but I just zip around and use the vacuum because I'm a jerk.
Well, my Father's Day gift was a 3-month subscription to Delta Sonic.
Okay.
And I think Hope got it so she can eat in the car again. Because on the way to Los Angeles, she's like, I'm starving. It's going to be, it's a 20-minute ride. It's 25 minutes for the pizza. I need something. So she brought in the ranch Pringles I talked about.
Yeah.
And she's eating it. And I'm just looking at her like,
don't you dare.
If you drop a crumb, it's over. And she's like, I did it. I go, there's a crumb on your leg. Eat that now. But it's fine. I'll get over it. Today was almost a day. I am allowing drinks.
Okay.
Okay, drinks have been allowed, but not food yet.
That's fair.
So,
because there's spots for those.
It's saving me a lot of money though, because I'm not driving through nearly as often.
That's good.
So yeah, so that's good.
So that's not going to last very long. Gotcha.
2 more.
Hey, Pets. This is Nick from South Elgin. I was just calling in to give my review of the new Arby's Wagyu beef burger.
Ooh.
I went in there with tempered expectations because when you hear of a burger from Arby's, you kind of think, what are we getting? But upon opening up my burger, I noticed it was doused with some Mac-style sauce and was dressed with the standard burger toppings. And upon taking a bite, the burger was very tender, yet unfortunately it was sorely lacking seasoning. And in my opinion, the burger kind of tasted like a mass-produced cafeteria-style burger where very little seasoning would be on the beef, but yet would still prove tasty. Anyways, after completing the sandwich, I would say that I would purchase again. However, it would be at the hands of providing my own salt, pepper, and or Montreal seasoning to give it some depth of flavor. And Rick, I am sorry to hear about the departure from 670 The Score. I will be following you to your next venture. You are the only reason I listen to the morning show. God bless. Thanks.
Here's the thing.
Thanks, Audacy.
See, everybody loves you, Rick. Here's the thing about the Wagyu burger. Here's a better idea. Just bring back ham. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel, Arby's. Do what you do best. No one asked you for boneless wings or a Wagyu burger. I just want my goddamn hot ham and cheese again. That's it. Why? Why do we need Wagyu beef from Arby's? Nobody wants this. No one woke up and was like, you know what I want? A really, really high-end burger from Arby's. If I'm getting a burger, I'm not going to Arby's in the first place.
Right.
Give me my ham. Give me my cordon bleu. I cannot live without Arby's ham. It is the dumbest decision since Taco Bell started making decisions about anything. Just stop. Bring me back the ham. We have the meats except ham. Well, then you don't have them, do you?
You have the meat.
You're a freaking deli. That's the whole thing, is you're a deli sandwich place. How can you not have ham? Wagyu beef burger from Arby's. What the hell? I saw that commercial. I was like, is this a joke? Am I in the Truman Show? Am I being pranked? What the hell is going on? Why is Arby's making a burger of any kind?
Right. When you're sitting at the end of the bridge that's broken off conveniently, you don't want to have a damn burger from Arby's. You want to have your friend telling you everything's all right when it's not while you're eating a hot ham and cheese.
Exactly. Thank you for summarizing it perfectly. Oh my God, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, why are we, like, every business is trying to, like, reinvent everything. Just do what you do.
Right.
Like Taco Bell. Let's get rid of the Mexican pizza. What? No, it's the thing people like the most. What are you doing? It's like McDonald's being like, no more burgers. Screw you. We're making roast beef sandwiches now. No one wants this.
Yeah.
Ask a fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the fats.
Ask a Fat is not sponsored. Feel free. I'm fatpod@gmail.com. All right.
By the way, before we get to the first question, I was thinking about this. Is the summary for the podcast going to be episode wherever the hell number it is, Rick was laid off, Nazi symbols, and serial killers?
What to do? What Rick gets laid off, and what do we do about these damn Nazis? What's the deal with these Nazis? Oh, good Lord. All right, so last week when the world was in a more normal place for the two of us, we had the discussion of we want to do every week.
Oh, man.
Rick and I go try a place in the Chicagoland area, and you know it's in the infant stages, and we'll do it. But we need a name for it. So a bunch of people sent in suggestions. So we're going to do that first. Nate says Jay and Rick's Succulent Adventure. Which sounds like a
could be
documentary of type.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Russ Schneider says The Fat's Guide to Chicagoland. He says the show name is based on a show with Maya Rudolph and Eater's Guide to the World. I like that.
Yeah.
Dan says Find the Fats, and he has a different little angle. Reward a viewer or listener who correctly identifies where you are. Obviously, after the pod is posted, and announce the location and winner the next week. It builds suspense. That's what they call a tease, said Wani. I kind of like that idea. I like the concept. Idea.
Yeah.
Gabe says The Hype. See if the hype is real on any restaurant you visit.
That's not bad.
Kind of like that. Like the concept. JR says 2 fats and a fork. We can also do 2 fats, 1 fork.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I was going to say, now we're back to those documentaries.
Yeah. Tim says Wandering Fats.
Okay.
And then Mr. Potty Pants, again, on the documentary angle, 2 fats, 1 table, or 2 fats eating out. I'm going to pass on both of those.
I mean, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah,
I
no,
got a
it's-
comment. Let's
no.
leave that one. I need to only lose one job this week.
Right, especially not on Father's Day. Yes, I think I like a lot of these concepts. Let's keep them coming. The one we choose, it might be one of these, but the one we choose, we'll get a I'm Fat Podcast prize pack eventually.
Yeah.
All right. First one, actual question comes from Matt. He says, "Hey, Fats, freeze pops are not a provincial Chicago item. We talked about this last week.
Yep.
They are everywhere. I currently live in Cincinnati. Very sorry. And they are ubiquitous here. Locally, Kroger sells them in an enormous sack with a great variety of flavors, but we've lived in Florida, Kentucky, and Minnesota as well. Freeze pops are everywhere. They are to be enjoyed by children and fat children everywhere." I gotta tell you this story. Another story about Micah. Well, we're sitting in the backyard. I was probably last weekend just chilling. Did I tell this story again where we heard the ice cream truck?
I don't think so.
And
No.
me and Micah turned into like toddlers and just sprinted out of my backyard to track down the ice cream truck. Micah, being 6'8", was able to get there much more quickly than I was. He found it, flagged it down. I went back to the house to alert the actual children that were there that had no idea. My inhaler, right? That had no idea there was an ice cream truck. And I tried for the first time in my life a Choco Taco.
Oh, okay.
Have you
See,
ever
I
had
avoid
one?
them because of the peanuts.
Oh yeah, they have the little. You know what? They're so like.
Yeah,
They're hardly there.
I could probably be just fine.
It's basically just if you took a drumstick and folded it into a taco shape.
Okay.
But I have to say, I was a little disappointed because it was smaller than I expected. And the waffle cone was very.
You called it J.
It was very mushy.
Okay.
So I was a little bit disappointed in that. So I will say I didn't hate it. Like if someone offers me a Choco Taco, I'm not going to say no.
Yeah.
But it was not what I was very excited to try my first one, and it just did not deliver what I was hoping for. So, what are you going to do?
Okay, so this next one, did we answer the question? I don't even know if we did.
I forgot what the question was.
Whatever. We'll move on to the next
Let
one.
me go back and look. No, they took the time to email.
Oh.
No, he's just telling us about freeze pops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
okay, good.
All right, we're good.
All right.
We are on the rails. All right. This one is from Gabe, I'm assuming the same Gabe that gave one of the solid suggestions.
Yes.
My Ask Fat question, have you ever met a fellow fat that got fat from genetics and not the lifestyle? It's like being a vegan and you don't eat veggies. I'm irritated by this, but it's his life, as horrible as it is. He openly admitted he doesn't care for donuts or cookies. That just about killed me. One more thing, pretty sure freeze pops are countrywide. Haven't been to an area that doesn't carry them. I was completely shocked by this question. See you guys.
So someone who's fat despite not eating. See, I know a ton of people that are the opposite.
Yeah.
That eat like hogs or like us and are not fat.
Yeah, like Bernstein.
Yeah.
Like Bernstein's another one of those. Like, yeah, okay, great guy. Yeah, but he's a jerk because he can eat everything he wants and he just goes on a treadmill or whatever, or goes in the sauna for a few minutes and then he's fine.
Yeah.
He doesn't gain any weight.
I think though he doesn't eat any carb until dinner.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So he'll have
Unlike
literally
me, where I will have only carbs
right
until dinner.
He would come in the morning and have grilled chicken for breakfast, and then for lunch he would just eat lunch meat, and then for dinner he would have whatever he wanted.
Yeah,
and it seems to work for him. So I think anyone I've seen that is fat but not that hasn't earned it from food is usually has something wrong, not wrong with them, but it has some sort of condition.
Yes.
Like a medical condition, like a thyroid condition or something like that. So I cannot think of anyone specific that is just fat from genetics without some sort of underlying condition, as far as I know.
Same.
All right. This one is from Brad B. or Bredb. He says, "Hope y'all had a great week. I was unfortunately at the Sox game last Sunday, and I was walking up the right field bleachers late in the game, probably around extras. There was a full pretzel, no bites, fully intact, with a full covered cheese cup under a seat with no one around. I highly debated taking it, but in the end decided not to. Would either of you have taken it? I moved over to that section late in the game, so I don't know how long I was there, which ultimately led to my decision. This reminded me of Jay's funnel cake. Yes, from a while back, which is why I had to email you guys. Love the podcast." So, okay, if I see discarded food, Even if it's in its full form, I assume something horrible has happened to it.
Yeah, that's a pretty safe. That's at least a safe rule of thumb.
Like someone rubbed a booger on it, or like a bird pooped on it.
Now we're back to the documentaries.
Yeah, right. Like if I just will always assume the worst because I can't imagine someone just being like, I changed my mind and don't want this.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you. I would not touch it.
And
I
for
would
the
be very
record,
sad.
Yeah, the funnel cake I found was in a garbage can.
Yeah.
So that was not an option to take and eat.
All right. Next one is from Tony Mack.
I like this one.
Oh. Hi, Fats. In honor of the upcoming 4th of July holiday,
Can't lay him off.
who do you consider to be the founding Fats? So if there were a declaration of fat dependence, who would be the signees? Here are a few of mine. Oh, God, I'm probably going to butcher it. Ray
Kroc.
What?
Ray Kroc is the founder of McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
David Harlan Saunders, a.k.a.
God dang it.
The Colonel!
I wasn't ready.
for bringing fried chicken to the masses. George A. Stephen, inventor of the Weber grill, sparking a revolution in grilling / barbecue, and the Earl of Sandwich, arguably the man who started it all.
Well, I think you got to put Teddy Roosevelt on there if we're going to give it a 4th of July angle.
Yeah.
Who was the other fat president that didn't accomplish much? Taft. He was a fat guy.
Yeah, there was the story that ended up not being true that once on a train he gave up his seat to 3 women.
Okay. All right. I like that. I like this. The Earl of Sandwich is hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, Ray Kroc has to be on there. He's like a fast food maven. The Colonel, of course.
The Colonel!
Yeah.
Can't be without him. The Weber grill inventor is really solid because...
Yeah, I would not have thought of that off the top of my head.
Yeah. Tony, I think your list is sound. We'll think about it. We got another week till the 4th.
Yes.
And I'm sure we'll do something special and fun for the 4th of July. That list is tough to argue with, man. Mm-hmm. That's really good. All right, got one here from PMac. Again, we have a ton of Ask a Fats, so thanks everybody for getting the questions in. Hey Fats, have you guys ever discussed Munchos? The chip seems greatly underrated for the price. I'm a fan of Funyun too, but always a bit shamed thinking about onion breath. Yeah, I'm with you there on Funyuns.
Yeah.
Munchos are great, especially the flaming hot ones.
Mm-hmm.
I love those. But if you don't know what Munchos are... Oh, wait, no. Munchos... I'm thinking of something else.
What are you thinking of?
Munchos are a certain
I
kind of potato chip. Munchos Original Potato Crisps. I've seen these before. What am I thinking of? The flaming hot...
You're not thinking Takis or anything, right?
No. Oh, I'm thinking of Munchies. Okay. Munchos are onion chips. Munchies are the Cheeto Sun Chip Pretzel Dorito mix.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I've never tried Munchos.
Okay.
Because I think their bag looks boring.
Yep. It's funny. I did the same thing that you did. Because I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. And it's like, oh, wait, no. I have seen that in the store, but I've never gotten it because it looks almost like too generic.
Yeah, it looks like a generic chip.
Mm-hmm. I have not
Right,
gone there.
If I see them, I'll try them. I'm down.
Munchos.
By the
All
way,
right,
pro tip, if you're at Mariano's this week, Ruffles, Doritos brand chips,
Yeah.
if you buy 4 bags, they're only $1.99 each.
Oh, wow.
The face value on those is $5.49.
Jesus.
Yeah, so we got 3 cheddar sour cream and a Cool Ranch.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 3 sets of 4.
That's not a bad idea.
Right.
Should have done that.
They'll be gone by the end of the week. You can get it before the sale runs out.
Yeah, there you go. All right, I'll try Munchos. I'm down.
This one's from Jason from Stevens Point. Which fast food place has the best barbecue sauce? McDonald's is my favorite, and although I like Wendy's nuggets a lot, their barbecue sauce is way too sweet. Kind of with you on the barbecue sauce at Wendy's.
Okay. You're my go-to on barbecue sauce. So I'm curious what your opinion is and if ours match.
I don't know if they've changed it, but for a while I like smoky barbecue sauce, so that actually led me to like Burger King's.
Correct.
Their barbecue sauce is good.
Yes,
Assuming
it
it's
is.
still the one that I'm thinking of. That one is really good. I'm trying to think of other in terms of fast food. Like Culver's is fine. I don't
it's
think
fine.
it's not bad.
It's all right.
But it's solid. Yeah, McDonald's is solid too.
good.
But I think Burger King probably gets the W there, but it makes sense because they go more smoky because it goes with their flavor profile.
Yes, I agree with you on that. I will say McDonald's has this weird knack of like their things go together well. Mm-hmm. Like their barbecue sauce is the perfect barbecue sauce for a chicken McNugget.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like if I dipped a chicken McNugget in Burger King, it wouldn't taste right.
Okay.
Is that, I don't know. It's weird.
No,
it's
that
like
makes
they
sense.
formulate things a certain way.
Right.
But yeah, I agree with you. Burger King has the best barbecue sauce.
Also
And
great for the fries, like dipping the fries in
Yeah.
the Burger King barbecue sauce. Oh yeah.
my wife loves she loves the ranch from Burger King. She says they have the
Okay.
best, and she does not even really like Burger King, but she
Yeah.
says the one thing that they have that she really likes is the ranch.
So they prioritize the condiments.
Yeah,
That's great.
Good job, BK.
Yeah.
Get your frozen Coke machine working again, jerks.
Yeah, seriously.
This one from Brad. Hey, Fats, I'm currently watching a WWE SmackDown from May 2000, and an old in-show sponsor showed up during the broadcast for RC Edge, a high-caffeine version of RC. I don't think it's still around, but immediately thought of you when I saw RC. That is the highest compliment you could pay us, by the way.
Seriously.
Any memories of RC Edge? I don't remember
No.
RC Edge.
So was it like when Jolt was super popular and it's like
feel
outside
like-
of truckers?
Like 2000 is after Jolt Cola's, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
I'm looking at the can of RC Edge is very aggressive.
Shocking.
And it is WWE branded, it looks like. Like, yeah, it says fueling the WWE at that time, the WWF. It's in a blue bottle, like blue plastic, but the cola is brown. I do not remember this. And that
yeah,
was,
the aggressiveness of it almost reminds you of like Mountain Dew Code Red before, like the Mountain Dew varietals before there were the Mountain Dew varietals. Like it's that style. It's not the same color or anything like that, but like the aggressiveness of it.
yeah, okay, so Jolt Cola came out in 1985.
Okay.
So RC Edge coming out in 2000 that's way behind.
But I feel like, and maybe this is just my perception of it, and when I became aware of it, that Jolt was around maybe that time when I was in like middle school and stuff, because it was like people were going for that super aggressive crap where it's like, oh, now everybody likes Warheads as a candy. And it's like, there
Yeah.
were literally people that I knew that would drink Jolt as a way to wash down a Warhead.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
like,
remember
talk
that
about,
where it was
talk
like,
about an FU to your body.
what was it, like Crybabies? Was that the other like super sour candy?
Yes, it was something like that.
Yeah. I miss like the days when candy was painful. This is really
Yes.
great. That was me with Atomic Fireballs.
Yeah, dude. Like, so I didn't try cinnamon stuff for the longest time because I think I've probably mentioned this before because I thought all cinnamon was like candy cinnamon, which candy cinnamon is aggressive as hell.
What do you mean by that, candy cinnamon?
Like Red Hot, weren't Red Hots like a cinnamon?
Okay. I thought you were saying like there was a certain like cinnamon seasoning that was used on candy or something. Okay.
No, like the artificial.
Yeah, Red Hots were like very, very small and sort of soft,
Yes,
but not like, yeah. See, Atomic Fireballs, they're Ferrara Pan, which is a Chicago company. Got a friend that works there. Very cool. And they're big and they're super hot.
Yep.
And I used to eat those like crazy.
I just Googled Red Hots cinnamon, and the two things that pop up are actual Red Hots and Atomic Fireballs.
Yeah. I still like Atomic Fireballs, but I used to eat like 5 a day. Now I'll have like 1 a year.
Yeah, seriously. Still the same effect.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like those a lot. But yeah, again, it was just like back in the day. I think part of it had to do with like my breath phobia too, which I've always talked about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if I eat this, I'll never have bad breath.
Yep.
It's literal fire.
Oh, look what's sitting right by my wallet. 2 packs of gum.
Oh.
Both mostly full.
By the way, this ad keeps popping up on my Facebook. Have you seen this Grenades gum?
Grenades?
It is used to like clear your sinuses. Like that's what it's made
they took
for.
Buffalo Wild Wings blazing sauce and
It says, I'm looking at the Amazon
clears
page.
out your sinus and your colon.
Yeah, explosive mint power. Grenades is a powerful, explosively intense sugar-free gum with an icy cool kick, unlike anything you experience. It's a mind-numbing, brain-freezing, sinus-shocking experience you won't soon forget. Grenades gum doesn't just freshen your breath, it obliterates it. They're advertising this as, we are going to clear your sinuses with this. Take this when you're sick. And there's different flavors with different, they call it blast factor.
Okay.
So there's atomic peppermint, that's an 8. There's super uber mint, which is a 10. There's melonberry slam, which is a 9. Wild spearmint, which is a 6. And grape bomb, which is a 9.
Of course, they can't have anything 5 or lower because then it's not extreme enough.
Extreme!
This kind of reminds me of, and now mind you, this was back when like I was in college. So this is like probably hard to find or nobody's ever heard of it anymore. Of I forget if it was on like to show the times. I think it was on E-Bombs World, maybe.
Oh, yeah. E-Bombs World. That's awesome. I spent so much time wasted on that in my early days of the score.
Oh, yeah.
My early days, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember? Never mind.
Nope.
No
recollection.
Whoop. Nope. It was Power Thirst. And it was like, let's make a commercial for this, that for an energy drink that is the most extreme energy drink commercial ever. It's so funny. We would always quote it.
Yes, I remember this now. I'm looking at I just Googled it. I'm looking at it.
It's right. And I don't remember a lot of the lines.
It's like a
but
buff guy and there's like lightning striking and like, yeah.
It's like, and then God says, slow down. Then you say, F you, F you, and you kill him with your energy legs. Something like that. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah. If you hear this and you don't know what it is, look up Power Thirst. It's so stupid, but it's hilarious.
Yes, that's how most funny things are.
Yes.
Like the show.
Yeah, I was just going to say like us. All right, we got one more.
Yeah.
From Andrew the Semi-Fat.
We'll allow it.
Yeah, all right. Will Ferrell can play him in a movie. It's fine. All right. First off, I just burned my belly on my belt buckle out in the sun.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Respect.
Yes. Did a little chubby hustle. Secondly, the guy who was talking about spicy Cheetos with cream cheese is kind of on point. I will say, however, sour cream is the way to go. Love the show.
You had me and lost me.
Yeah. The belt buckle, dude. So I've been holding out. Also, partially, I have not gone outside a whole lot. Like
I can tell as you're blending in your wall.
Yes, seriously.
I'm sunburned. You see which
yes.
part of my arm was in the water and which one wasn't?
You've almost got like a Neapolitan arm going here because you're like right below your elbow or around your elbow. Then there's like the middle part of your forearm.
Yeah.
Or of your upper arm. Yep. And then,
Well, this is usually tan because I wear a t-shirt. So it's
holy
like
crap. Yeah. You literally have Neapolitan arms.
I do. And members of Neapolitan arms. Also opening at the Voodoo Throwdown.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. That's funny. Dude, I finally lasted this long without using Gold Bond.
Whoa! I put it on 3 times last week.
Yeah. Well, you're outside much more than I am. So I went out and played basketball, and I was like, yeah, I can't avoid this anymore because I've been trying to, leave the tolerance thing and whatever. So I finally caved.
Good for you.
I have definitely caved. I'm using the Gold Bond again. And also, man, that belt buckle thing is so real. I know we've talked about it, but the amount of times I try to like casually reposition, like, so if my stomach folds, like I got to have the stomach fold the belt over.
Yeah.
But when it doesn't, and then it's just digging in, that feels horrible.
Yeah,
that is one of the worst fat feelings.
Yes. And there are many, but that's one of the worst.
Right.
That's
for sure.
Need
to preserve the canopy.
All right. If you want to get into Ask a Fat next week, I'm fatpod@gmail.com. or call the Fat Phone 708-858-3314. Thanks for all the great stuff this week. I know this is like an extraordinarily long episode, but it's been an extraordinary week in many ways. And yeah, there are a couple of rants were needed and some questions need to be answered, and we appreciate you guys getting in touch with us. Rick, why don't you wrap this up as eloquently as you always do?
All right. Follow us on all of our social medias at I'm Fat Pod. I'm Fat Pod at gmail.com. Check out the Patreon, where we probably won't give you anything, but we'd appreciate dollars. TeePublic shop. You can go there, get yourself some merch. There's always good merch. We should probably think about some new stuff.
New merch, yeah. We need some new merch ideas.
New merch ideas, and a way to incorporate burritos into the our evolving artistic piece of the onion ring of honor. Subscribe to the YouTube, because that's where you can see me blend into my wall and Jay working on his hair the entire time. YouTube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. Subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe to the regular podcast feed. That helps us out and we can juke the numbers. Also, we're getting close to 500 reviews, so if you haven't, give us the old 5-star review. Get us close to that nice round number of 500 that we all like. Maybe someone that listens to the podcast is around that number, so, they can relate. Cool. That would be great. And check out our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. Sounds like it could have been done by a professional, Audacy. Who's to say?
Nope.
Anyway, for Jay, I'm Rick. Might be a little bit salty this week, but this is still the I'm Fat Podcast.
All right, I think we got a lot accomplished here today.